What's happening, good people? It's your boy, Mark Howard. And you know what we do? We talk Cowboys here. That's what we do. Is this going to be the best test against our powerful offense, this Denver defense? It's a good question. I come up with the good questions here. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to delve into it. As I said before, you know what this is. We talk Cowboys here. Yeah. Let me go over the injury report. Good folks, I appreciate you guys watching the show, supporting the show. Keep subscribing. The subscriptions are going up. Hit like on the shows. Share it. Let everybody know what's going on. Even the ones that don't like the Cowboys. Send it to them anyway. Let them hate. They can put a thumbs down as long as they watch. All right? We can't do this without y'all. So now, let's start with the IR and the injury reserve here. Here's a key thing. I talked about him last in this sense. Trayvon Diggs still hasn't cleared concussion protocol. It's Thursday. He didn't clear concussion protocol today. He's got one more day. They fly to Denver Saturday. So unless something changes or clears up later tonight or tomorrow, when we'll find out tomorrow, he may not pass. He may not pass to be able to play this Sunday against Denver. I know it raises a lot of questions. We haven't heard anything. We hear speculation. We hear multiple different stories about what's going on. That's right. I'll hope for the best. Also, though, still Kenny Clark, Tyron Smith, Donovan Wilson, Wanya Thomas, Marshawn Nealon are all questionable. Now, look, Tyler Smith is going to go through that with the knee, the tendonitis and stuff like that. It's probably going to be reoccurring. Maybe he has to stay off of it. Ken Clark, they put him on questionable. He came back and finished the game last Sunday, but they're going to put him questionable, but he was limited practice. Donovan Wilson has the elbow and the shoulder that's been pretty sore. Safety does come up and hit. He's going to suffer those injuries. He's been playing on it, so I guess it goes down to pain tolerance and whatnot from there, basically pain tolerance. On the other thing, dude, with the 21-day off the IR, Overshown, DeMarvion Overshown and Siobhan Revell, the rookie corner, they were limited practice, so they're working their way to get there. They're not going to be ready for Denver. At best, it's probably going to be game after next. At best, it's 21 days. That's 3 weeks. If we're fortunate, maybe next Sunday, the following week, we'll have at least Overshown or Revol. Cooper Beebe is also on that 21-day, but they are working with Cooper Beebe. Reports I've heard is they're working with him and seeing if they can have him ready for Sunday's game against Denver. That would be good news because we're going to go into that Denver defense. And Hoffman's been doing a pretty good job, but we need our best. We need our best against that front seven that they come with. Well, that's the injury report. We'll get into the matchup. All right. We got our high-powered offense. Cowboys offense has been electrifying so far through the first 7 games here. Going up against a Denver defense that is very, very formidable. Very formidable. Denver defense is overall, it's the 3rd best defense in rating with the total yards given up. They're averaging about 273 yards they're giving up per game. Also, as basically they're 6th against the run, averaging against the pass. They're 6th best, giving up about 180 for passing yards. That's well below what we're putting out there, passing yards. Run game has been a little bit vulnerable, and that's not bad. They're in the top 10, number 9. Only giving up 93 yards, so they're still not giving up 100 yards per game. That's why I say that's the only thing worse because the pass defense is 6th, but overall they're 3rd in defense. Points per game, they're only allowing 18 points a game. Now, they gave up 31 points to the New York Giants and Jackson Dart. Were able to prevail because the offense got it together and the Giants defense decided to give up the whole 31 points in one quarter, in the 4th quarter. 33 points in the 4th quarter. Check that. And Denver gave up 31. So this is going to be pretty formidable. They run a 3-4 defense, 3-4 set. The 3-4 set is definitely active. It has linebacker play, and it's key there to stop the run. we've really been doing well with the run. The 3-4, you may recognize it, is what the Carolina Panthers played, and that to date was Javonte Williams' worst day so far this season. Will we be better prepared for it? Because their 3-4, their defense is much better than the Carolina Panthers defense. Now, scheme-wise, the 3-4 usually is a run-stopping, usually is a run-stopping defense, especially if you have the right people up front. And they do it. They have 3 tough ones up front. That's why I said we want to have Cooper Beebe back for that front 3. So we'll see. They get a lot of good penetration. They're very good at getting you behind the sticks. They're very good on third down, getting off the field. They're very good in the red zone. They don't always give up touchdowns in the red zone. So this is a very, very disciplined, physical defense. They come with a lot of fervor, a lot of heat, and they're very well coached. Very well coached. So we got our work cut out for us. Now, Brian Schottenheimer's done a good job. And with the film study, they'll devise a game plan. We present a lot of weapons. To this date, they haven't faced an offense like ours as well. Now, our offense, what can I say about our offense? Number 1 overall. We're averaging about 390 yards per game, total offense. We're second in pass. And then about 260, I got my notes here, 268 yards per game in passing. Rushing, we're 10th. Solid. It's very solid. 122 yards per. Points per game, we're scoring 31. And that's with one game where we only scored 14. So you eliminate that game, we're pretty much a 36, 37 point per game offense. That's going to be a big challenge between the two of us. Which one is going to outduel the other? The one thing that fears me is that they play that 3-4 against our run game. We had trouble with that 3-4 before. Now, mind you, we didn't have all of our offensive linemen. Our offensive line was coming back. We were down to just one starting offensive lineman when we played the Jets game. And then we slowly started getting linemen coming back. Guyton was out with a concussion for a little bit. Tyler Smith with the tendonitis and other little knickknacks. Cooper Beebe, like I said, we're trying to get him back this game. So far, he's been out for about 4 games so far with being on injured reserve. And then even Tyler Booker, the rookie, who's done pretty well, he's had to sit out a game or so. So we've been down with that. Now we can have we're at most of our bullets up the front line of our front 5. If we can have everybody, and Cooper Beebe is definitely good enough and ready to go. Now it's as they say, a mano a mano situation. Love to still have the threat of the run. Even if Javonte Williams can't get big yards, can't get over 100 yards, can't average over 5 yards a carry, I still want him to be a threat. He's a good pass catcher out of the backfield. Again, speaking of running, I'd like to see Jadon Blue and see what he can do. He showed some electricity. He had a big run for about 27 yards. Unfortunately, it was called back for a holding penalty. That wasn't the line. That was a wide receiver. And I get it. Blocking. Look, trust me, folks. Everybody's holding every play. It's just when they get caught or when the referees decide to see it, decide to throw a flag on it. You're supposed to be holding, doing something to keep them from getting to your running back, especially your quarterback. But I think Jadon Blue may give a good change of pace, a good level of energy. He's not on film very much for them to study and understand what he wants to do or know what type of plays work for him. And again, he's a good pass catcher out of the backfield or even in the slot. Just utilize him. I think our speed and where we are against their corners is going to be tough. Now, they've got 2 very good corners, one leading being Patrick Surtain, who's widely considered probably one of the best, if not the best corner in the game at this point. Who will he check? Now, the good thing is that we have 2 number 1s. I don't think he can shut down either one. I think he can make them work all day. But if he's making one work and maybe they're not having the best game, there's no point me saying that, hey, that the other receiver can't. So if he's checking George Pickens, yeah, there may be cheating a little bit over double team. That may allow them to try to double team the second receiver to make sure that's nullified. But CeeDee Lamb is used to being doubled with safety help. He knows how to get open. And the way Jake Ferguson is playing. And again, Kevontae Turpin is back. He's a threat. He's a threat right there. So, again, respect to their secondary. But we're pulling a lot of bullets. The only thing we want to do is have our line in shape so that everybody's there to be able to block in case we need to go downfield. Protection will be the key in the passing game. But it would be nice if we can run the ball, use that play action. Dak is doing very well. Turn this back to the defense and that play action to get some people. I know we'll utilize it, but I just wanted to be very effective. Well, folks, that's it. I appreciate y'all watching. Again, without you guys, it can't happen. So please share it out there. Share it to some other people. Please continue to subscribe. I appreciate all of you who have. I'm very humble and appreciative of that. I got something in my hands. That's why I couldn't I can do it this way. I'm very humble. But please subscribe. Please like or dislike. Say something. Say something nice. A little naughty. Keep it respectful. Let me know how you feel. We appreciate you. Tomorrow we'll just do a little overview before the game on Friday, Friday before Sunday, and give you a little bit of what I feel, and I'll give you my prediction of what I think will happen, what I'm hoping will happen, plus what I think will happen. Okay? It's probably going to be what I hope happens more than anything else. I'm Mark Howard. Appreciate everybody. This is what we do. We talk Cowboys here, and I really enjoy talking Cowboys talk with you guys.